Dani Olmo just said he wants to score 20 goals this season. You know what? With Pedri performing like this, dropping man-of-the-match performances, he better be ready to receive a bunch of assists from him. Because what we're experiencing from Pedri in this national team, I'm sorry, it's just beyond me. I think somebody said that Lamine Yamal is the face of Spain, but Spain is Pedri's team. And yeah, I mean, with performances like these, yeah. But you know what kind of upsets me though? The fact that people only realize it when he plays with Spain. Like, I swear, it's mainly only ever us Barcelona fans who are, you know, like just talking so good about Pedri and just like wanting the whole world to just see how good he is. But nobody sees it. They all think that we're just glazing. They think that there's other better midfielders out there. Oh, but when he plays with Spain, it's a completely different story. Wow. Oh my goodness, where was this Pedri? Literally every single Barca fan and player knows that Pedri is the best midfielder in the world. Even he knows it. That's why he's so confident that he's going to score 20 goals this season. You know what? I'm happy that he set his goal. Even if he doesn't achieve it, I'm just happy that he has this mentality because I don't know, I just feel like he's kind of declined recently in the last couple of matches. Especially with Pedri dropping these types of performances, Dani Olmo has to step it up. So yes, I'm happy for that. And you know what? Maybe Pedri should do the same. And maybe he should set a goal of maybe, I don't know, 50 goals and assists this season. I think that's achievable for him. With these stats, 100%. Ladies and gentlemen, this is absolutely shocking because what Deco was about to do could send shockwaves throughout the entire Barcelona community. Hear this out. Allegedly, he's preparing to offload at least 4 Barcelona players in the January transfer window. And culers, stay tuned until the very end because if this happens, Barcelona could end up signing one of the best strikers in the world. Please drop a follow and let's get to this. And culers, the first player who could leave is one that every single Barcelona fan has simply fallen in love with, namely being Christensen. Not only is he Hansi Flick's 4th option defender, but he could become the 5th because Hansi Flick is allegedly set to play Gerard Martin as a center back. Rather than pairing up Christensen with Paco Barsi, it seems that Barcelona is now getting ready to let go of Christensen. But now, if you thought that was crazy, just wait until I tell you about Frenkie de Jong. Now look, at the moment, everything seems like Frenkie de Jong is going to stay at Barcelona. But don't get it twisted, everything could still change for him. You see, currently Frenkie de Jong desires to stay at Barcelona, but his situation with his agent could change everything. At the moment, Barcelona continue to fight for a new contract for Frenkie de Jong, but if they fail to do so, he could end up leaving on a free this January transfer window. The third option, culers, and this one pains me, is Eric Garcia. Look, despite the criticism that he had in earlier seasons, we cannot deny that he has become one of Hansi Flick's most prominent players. For this reason, Barcelona have been trying everything to renew his contract until 2030, and it seems that both parties are working for this to happen. But now, culers, the 4th player who has been confirmed that he will leave Barcelona is none other than Robert Lewandowski. His exit was inevitable at Barcelona. His years have been degrading as the season have been going by. Barcelona continue to look for a new striker, and in order to do so, they must let go of Robert Lewandowski. Bringing us to the climax of this video, the player who Barcelona could be signing if all of these players go, namely being Julian Álvarez. You see, if Barcelona offload at least 2 of these players, then they could free up wages and a registration spot for them to go on and sign Julian Álvarez. But of course, this is not going to be easy. Sources have revealed that Julian Álvarez wants to join Barcelona, but Atletico de Madrid are not going to make it easy. Going to be asking for a significant amount of money. If Barcelona managed to offload several players, and in fact even sell some players, they could just raise enough funds to sign Julian Álvarez. Culers, that is still a long way from now. At the moment, we just have to wait and see what Deco will end up doing with these 4 players. For that, culers, please make sure you drop a follow because I will be here to document those news. As usual, let me know your thoughts and opinions. Ladies and gentlemen, Lamine Yamal has just said something that is going to blow up the entire world. Like, honestly, the confidence that he has at his age is just unheard of. In a recent interview, Lamine Yamal told the world that he doesn't dream of winning the Ballon d'Oro. He dreams of winning many. And look, let me just tell you, if you had any hopes that he was never going to win one, then you might as well just shatter those. Because we know that Lamine Yamal not only talks the talk, but he walks the walk. Against France in the semifinals of the Euros, when Rabiot spoke out against him, literally calling him out for his abilities and saying that he has to step up his game, Lamine Yamal answered with a goal in the semifinals, defeating France and saying, "Speak now, speak now." Later on, he was compared to Dembélé in the Ballon d'Oro race, to which Lamine simply said that if the Ballon d'Oro had to be decided in that match, then let it be decided. My man went on to score 2 goals and Spain won the match. Look, at this point, it's inevitable that Lamine Yamal is going to win a Ballon d'Oro. Either you accept that and move on with your life, or you try holding on to false hopes. And look, if you want to misinterpret his confidence for ego, just remember that Lamine Yamal trains 6 hours a day to stay fit. That is not a result of being egotistical, but of being disciplined. I want to personally apologize for the disrespect given to Marc Casadó. Ladies and gentlemen, the fact that we all forgot about Marc Casadó as a replacement to Gavi and Frenkie de Jong who are injured. And yes, I confirm Frenkie de Jong is injured and he's going to miss the match out against Valencia. A game which is set to be played on the Johan Cruyff Stadium, by the way. Yes, the Camp Nou was being tested out, but I guess it didn't pass the test anymore, so now it's official that they're going to play at the Johan Cruyff. Anyways, have we all forgotten that it was Marc Casadó alongside Pedri and Dani Olmo, and sometimes even Fermin Lopez in there, who were dominating the midfield for Barcelona last season, during October, by the way. This man was present when Barcelona defeated Real Madrid 4-0 at the Santiago Bernabeu, and he even assisted the first goal. Now it all makes sense as to why Hansi Flick pulled his hair, the last strands of his hairs out, to keep Marc Casadó and Fermin Lopez. Trust me, he knew that something was up. But you know what? Marc Casadó is now scaring me because he went on and appointed Jorge Mendes as his new agent. Like, why though? Like, why? Jorge Mendes is pretty much like an enemy to Barcelona. Maybe not. Maybe he's good. I don't know. But the fact that he's switching agents just makes me think that he wants to leave Barcelona. He wants to join a team that's going to pay him a lot of money. I don't know. That's just the first thing that's on my head. Hopefully not though, because after everything that Hansi Flick did for him to stay at the club, he should now take advantage of this great opportunity for him to be again a starter in the midfield for Barcelona for the next couple of matches at least. This just feels so wrong on so many levels. And the thing is that he hasn't played a single match with them yet. Hector Fort is already training with Elche and he posted these images to his own Instagram story. But I don't know what it is. Just seeing him in a green... really just seeing him in a not Barcelona jersey. I don't know, maybe some of us culers just kind of like grew an attachment to him that, you know, even though he wasn't like a starting 11, we still wanted him at the club, you know? At least for me, I thought that he played pretty well whenever he did play with Barcelona, which, I mean, to be fair, it wasn't that much. Makes sense to why he ended up going to Elche on loan to join with his partner Iñaki Peña. But keep in mind, again, this is only on loan, so he is going to return to Barcelona after the end of the season. At this moment, we should wish him nothing but the best of luck. Respectively speaking, by the way, Elche have had a good start to their season. I believe that they equalized or defeated Atletico de Madrid in like the first or second match of La Liga. With Iñaki Peña and now also Hector Fort in their squad, this is definitely going to increase their squad. So I hope that they can, you know, have a pretty decent season. I definitely see them like maybe, I don't know, mid-table, but I hope that they actually do survive. But yeah, it just feels wrong not seeing him in a Barcelona jersey. This guy right here is Alfredo Di Stefano. For those who don't know him, he's one of Spain's best ever players and also one of Real Madrid's best ever players. I went on Google because I'm lazy and it says that Alfredo Di Stefano not only played for Real Madrid, but is considered one of the club's greatest ever players of all time. Now, why does this all matter? Why am I talking about an ex-Real Madrid player? Well, this player who played for Real Madrid, one of the greatest ever players, has 23 goals, the same amount of goals that Ferran Torres just reached for the Spanish national team. By the way, full disclosure, this is not a disrespectful video to either Di Stefano or Ferran Torres. I realize that scoring goals for national teams is extremely difficult. You only need 23 to be in the top 10. Ferran Torres had previously said that it was his dream to be among Spain's top scorers, and now he has achieved that. Not only placing himself at 10th position, but also being equalized with Alfredo Di Stefano. He's also only 3 goals away from being on 8th place. So, what does it say? I don't know about you guys, but I think this shows the mentality of Ferran Torres, el tiburón. He's a player who's had ups and downs, especially at Barcelona, but this season it seems that he's doing pretty well. He has 3 goals in his first 4 matches with both club and country. I recently made a video explaining how I don't think that Barcelona should rely on Ferran Torres for the longevity as the striker position. But I also said that I hope Ferran Torres proves me wrong because I would love it if a player proves me wrong and puts up the numbers and deals with the pressure and everything, you know, all that. So far it seems like he's doing it and I hope that he continues to do it for the rest of the season because we're gonna need the goals. But yeah, crazy stats. He has the same goals as Di Stefano. Culers, let me know your thoughts. I want to make sure that I'm counting right because I just can't believe my eyes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 goals. I've seen enough. Bring him to Barcelona. Bring him in. I don't care what happens. Barcelona, pay up. I don't care what you do. Go broke again. I don't care. Bring him in. You know what the crazy thing is, by the way? This is according to sources. Erling Haaland has a clause in his contract at Manchester City that would allow him to leave to Barcelona for only 60 million euros if they came calling. Yeah, and that's according to sources. But bro, if that's true, the only excuse that I'm willing to accept from Deco is that he's saving up money in the bank to buy Julian Álvarez. Cause bro, what other player out there in the world goes out and scores 5 goals? I mean, I guess you could say that this other player, as Sagard, scored He scored 4 goals, so I guess. But still, man, 5 goals in a single match in the World Cup qualifiers. Who else does that? Look, all I'm saying is that if Julian Álvarez doesn't come in, he's the only other option. Other than that, I am not willing to listen to it. No, please no. Please no. Please don't tell me that Alexis Sanchez has just signed for Sevilla. It literally couldn't just have gotten any worse, could it? Sevilla may just have signed the next Iago Aspas that's gonna just hunt Barcelona this season, right? Borja Iglesias, Iago Aspas, all those strikers, bro, the most annoying players, they only turn up against Barcelona, and I just know it's about to be this guy next. How do you go out and sign Alexis Sanchez? I thought this guy was retired. But you know what? It's still too early to glaze. It's still too early. Barcelona have beaten them pretty comfortably in the last couple of games, so we shouldn't worry. Alexis, please be merciful to us. Don't score against us. Play horribly, please. In fact, tell your manager not to put you in. And when you play against Real Madrid, please score against them. Do whatever it takes to help Barcelona.